Hey, it's Friday, so I have our Fun Fact Friday stuff. Okay. Who was the fastest person in the Bible? Now, we have went over this person before, but until I started looking up, I had no clue. Well, I had a clue. Like I said, we've been over, but I never really thought about it. Okay. Who was the fastest person in the Bible? Elijah. He needed to deliver a message to Ahab, who was riding in a chariot. Now just imagine for a moment a chariot with horses. In 1 Kings chapter 18:46. And the hand of the Lord was on Elijah, and he girded up his loins and ran before Ahab to the entrance of Jezreel. The Lord came upon Elijah, enabling him to run faster than the chariot. Now, in my notes also say that it was around 14 miles Elijah ran. In the bottom of the Bible, it's got little notes, and that's what it said. And you know how fast horses are. He ran ahead of this chariot and these horses to beat Ahab to the entrance. So, he was marked as the fastest person in the Bible. Do you know who the first person in the Bible was being afflicted with leprosy? It was Moses in Exodus chapter 4 verse 6. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. Do you know Absalom's head got caught in a tree? I couldn't help but laugh about it when I first read it because it said he was riding on a mule and his head got caught in between two branches, so he was just dangling there by his head. He was still alive at the time. It says, And Absalom met the servants of David, and Absalom rode upon a mule, and the mule went... Oh, I needed to add, this is 2 Samuel chapter 18, verse 9. And Absalom met the servants of David, and Absalom rode upon a mule, and the mule went under the thick boughs of a great oak, and his head caught hold of the oak, and he was taken up between the heaven and the earth, and the mule that was under him went away. So his head was wedged between the branches. Absalom's men had went ahead of him, so they didn't know he had got stuck, which wasn't good for Absalom, because 10 young men that barred Joab's armor compassed about him and smote Absalom and slew him. Now David was Absalom's dad, and he had commanded him that Absalom's life be saved. Well, Joab believed he knew what was better, and he killed Absalom. So I thought that was a pretty fun fact. Do you know angels carried Lazarus' soul to heaven? In Luke chapter 16, verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. Okay. I thought this was neat too. I don't know if we'd ever went over this before. Have you ever heard of a Nazarite vow? In Numbers chapter 6, verses 1 through 5. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite, to separate themselves unto the Lord, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine, or vinegar of strong drink, neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried. All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husk, all the days of the vow of his separation. There shall no razor come upon his head until the days be fulfilled in which he separateth himself unto the Lord. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. Now, typically, it's a temporary vow of spiritual dedication, and it usually lasts 30 days, but there are some people who do it for a lifetime, the Nazarite vow. And if they do it for a lifetime, they can't do none of that. And there's even a longer list about being around a dead body. And it goes on for a little bit, which if you wanted to read more on it, you can find it in Numbers chapter 6. You'll be able to read all about that. Okay, our last fun fact. David played the harp for Saul. In 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 16 through 19. Let our Lord now command thy servants which are before thee to seek out a man who is a cunning player on a harp. And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well. And Saul said unto his servants, Provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me. Then answered one of the servants and said, Behold, I have seen a son of Jesse, the Bethlehemite, that is cunning and plain, and a mighty valiant man, and a man of war, and prudent in manners, and a comely person, and the Lord is with him. Wherefore Saul sent messengers unto Jesse, and said, Send me David thy son, which is with the sheep. I like that David played the harp. I thought it was a fun fact, so I wanted to share it because I've been trying to learn how to play guitar. So if they play music, they interest me. Sorry, I ramble. You all have a good weekend. Have a safe weekend. I love each and every one of you. I will be back Tuesday with another lesson. I love you all. Bye.